This is Bryce.
This is Jared.
Welcome to the Koda Origins Podcast, number 3. Kill clip this week.
Chocolate milk, my favorite. Highland, it's my favorite chocolate milk.
Highland.
We're sponsored this week. We have a first sponsor in our third podcast. I think that might be a record.
It's definitely a record. Eat it, Joe Rogan.
McCoven Realty. We looked at some analytics from last week, and we were second, only 14 million views behind Joe Rogan's podcast on Spotify. So that's pretty good.
We got some catching up to do, but I think we can make it happen. Jared, remember your distance. Nacho got on to Jared about his distance away from the mic the last episode.
I was a little too far back, and he had to do some stuff, so we want to check it. Syllabus. Got it. We were brought to you today. We're coming back. Trey, come over here real quick.
Oh, he's eating yogurt.
We're at Deer Creek. We're going to try to go to a different Koda location every time. We have Trey here today.
He doesn't deserve a guest appearance.
And keep walking.
Full blow, yeah.
And through.
That's it. Okay.
Perfect.
Great job, Trey. Thanks for being here. So What do we got to talk about today, Jared?
First week of the Koda Open. So we had some exciting stuff.
Some surprises in there.
Yeah, sort of some surprises. Let me get to my sheet. Okay, so I hired some engineers to help me with the leaderboard. So it takes a lot of work to figure out
data analysis.
Yes, and I can't do that stuff very well. So I'm not going to tell you their names in case you don't like the way that they did it. But we said 10%, but we realized 10% wasn't quite enough, so we went with 25%.
It's better for everyone, trust us.
Yeah, you get to use more. We looked at it, and enough people weren't getting their scores used. So after the first week, RX'd.
This is taking the top 25% of each gym.
Yes, of your gym. And forgot to tell you, if you did not do your score last week, you actually hurt your team.
Ooh.
Even if you would have put a bad score in, that would have helped your team. So if you didn't put a score in last week, make sure you put a score in this week to help the team for the next few weeks. Okay, I'm not talking about anybody but Tiffany Boer. I'm looking at you because you didn't put your score in and you did pretty good on the workout. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, so Iron View. So we took an average of the top 25%, and they averaged 512 reps. Seems
average. That seems good.
It seems like a lot. Yeah. Okay. So
that's a stud 25%.
Yeah. Iron View was in first, 512, and then it gets really, really close. HQ 458, Tulsa 455, Native 452. That's second, third, and fourth. Norman was 433, and Deer Creek 387.
I think these floors over here at Deer Creek hurt some people.
It was slick.
I think it was a slickness, and those mats. You know, I'm a little bit upset about this one for my Deer Creek situation. To be honest,
I had a few mats like Trey has over here, and I actually had to take those away from the wall because they were so slick. Our people couldn't even use them. So don't judge yourself on your scores. You guys are going to do better this next week.
We also have some good news for the Deer Creek crew coming up later on when we get to the worldwide rankings. Stand by on that.
Okay. So for the scale division. HQ averaged 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
Flying.
For their, that's pretty good.
Thanks, Nader.
Norman was 9:49, Native 10:38, Deer Creek 11:16. Good job, Trey. Tulsa 11:55, and Iron View 12:15. So it looked like they're pretty heavy on their RX athletes over there.
Over there at Iron View.
First. RX last.
First to last.
Yeah, that's all right though.
What's HQ sitting in? Second and first.
Second and first.
I'm going to take that. Scale's really all that matters anyway.
So the RX females leading the Koda Open. Natalie, where does Natalie work out at?
I think Native.
Native, yes. Natalie Pulgini. Yes, Pulgini. Something.
Pulgini.
Mackenzie Valentine. She prefers Valentine, so we go by Valentine. She was 557 reps in second place. Taylor Sanders, she is 547. And then Katie Dag, 504, and Kristen Rosenhaus 488.
Top 5 female athletes in the Koda Open.
That's pretty awesome. Bryce, take the guys here.
Okay, let's talk about those guys. So RX males, Casey. So first off, all 5 of the top scorers in the Koda Open finished this on the men's side. 13:07 for Casey. Brian got 14:32. Colby got 14:32. He must have had a better. There's no tiebreak time on that. They're even. They're really tied for second.
They were tied for second. Yeah.
The Klug 14:36, and then Parker down in Norman gets a 14:39.
There's Kevin Schutz.
I think it's a silent E.
Yeah.
Schutz.
He's in 6th, but he also finished. So I want to talk about Kevin and Casey a little bit. So Casey texted us and said he got under 12 minutes his first go. We were all
Flying.
excited. He
He watched the video himself.
Yes, and he said that his hand was coming off the line before his foot was actually touching the wall.
It was off the ground, but not on the wall.
Yeah,
And we
exactly.
looked at the official scoring, the official rules.
Yes.
And it said foot on the wall when the hands leave the line.
Yes. So Casey and Kevin both had to redo
They did it early, right?
Yes.
So because kind of before any of that stuff came out from CrossFit, they hadn't really clarified it completely.
And
but
it's
he
a
was
wall
already
walk.
going to redo it just because of that.
Yeah. So they both, and Kevin actually said it's actually a harder workout when you do follow all the standards, shockingly.
I'll be.
Yes. But they still did really, really good on that.
I'm glad that they found that kind of little issue before I went so
Yes.
that I didn't do the same thing. So I'm going to
Yes.
thank them for that right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah, Casey would have been the top 25 in the world with that score. But integrity. That's one of
Integrity
the
team,
things.
that's our first core value right there.
Good job, Casey and Kevin. Okay, female scaled. Okay, this was going to be crazy. They really went crazy fast, and they were doing it 2 and 3 times to get the best score. That's what I love about the Open is the scaled. They might take it more serious and try harder than the RX athletes. They just go nuts. So Lexi Fowler from Norman, 755. Carly Watson. So integrity on my part. When she signed up, she put her name under Koda CrossFit, and I wanted to keep her, especially after I saw her score, to keep her on my team. But I went ahead and moved her to Koda Norma, where she's supposed to be. 814. My T Muse, 905, and then Kinsey from Native, 926, and Comp Greta from Norman, a 959. This is gonna be fun to watch how this turns out. Bryce, the male.
So I have that fun one. Nader went and messed up his single unders a bunch and got like 7.
Just over 7.
Yeah, which a lot of people would be really happy with.
He
It would
was
have made him
right
first
behind-
place.
And he was right behind Luke.
Oh, right behind
Like
Luke.
7 15.
So he rested 15 minutes, goes again, doesn't mess up his single unders at all, just crushes through them and finishes in 6:52.
652.
So not only is he number 1 in the Koda Open, he's also 7th worldwide and number 4th in the U.S. in the scale division.
That's pretty exciting.
North America, I should say that. That's more important than just the U.S. North America.
Yes, whole North America.
So, and then, like we said, Luke is in second with 7:12. Clark, 7:38. Chris Willoughby, 8:18. Taylor Vincent, 8:24.
And they're both from Norman. The last 2 are both from Norman. The first 3 are all from AHQ. That might explain why we're winning the scale division.
No big deal.
Tulsa is getting a pizza party for having the most sign-ups.
Percentage of the gym. Good job out there, guys.
They had a big percentage of the gym was pretty awesome to sign up.
Fantastic.
Okay, a few more things. Just on a personal note, my muse is the #1 skilled nurse right now. What's pretty cool about the CrossFit Games is you can do hashtags and make your own leaderboards. And I wanted to look and see how Mai was as a skilled nurse, and she's #1.
You might not have looked this up, Jared. She's also 38th in North America and 108th worldwide.
Oh, wow.
No big deal.
That's going to be fun. I made her do it twice. That's one of the bad things about being married to me, I guess, is she was just going to do it once. Matter of fact, she wasn't going to do it at all. She did it once, and then she went ahead and had to do it twice.
Did you hear that, Blee? I think next time you're going to have to do it twice.
Okay, I think that's all of the Koda Open for now. Yep.
So let's talk about the CrossFit Open. And I think you guys have figured out now that you have to put your scores in on each platform. You have to put it in the CrossFit Games site, and then you also have to put it in Comp Corner for Koda Open. What happens whenever people don't put their score in on time, Jared? Do they text you and you change it?
They tried to text me, but
They tried.
This is the first year that I've held strong and didn't change it.
Guys,
Didn't
we got to
the
put it
scores
into it now. I'm sorry. It's just, there's too much information out there. It's too easy.
And I gave you an extra hour, and then extra hour 15.
And then you still didn't.
Yeah, there's a few of you didn't do it. That's all right, though.
No. Next week, you got to get them in. Okay, so there's some really cool stuff that you can do, filtering scores and stuff for the CrossFit Open site is, individuals and masters divisions and teams and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be honest, there is so many divisions that we can't do it all in one podcast. So we're only going to worry about teams and individuals today. We'll hit on the masters some next week for our next update show. Okay, so teams. What's really cool about this, we have 7 Koda teams that are in the mix right now. There's 2 of them at HQ. We have a small team of coaches / high-level athletes that are trying to make it really far, and then we have another group of still high-level athletes just in the gym that's also trying to get as far as possible. So when you rank the teams in North America right now, so first off, there is 1,371 teams signed up in North America. They're going to take the top 25% to move on to quarterfinals. So that means you have to be 342nd or above to make it into quarterfinals right now. Obviously, we'll see what happens in the next several weeks, but that's what it's looking like currently. Okay. Our best team right now is Koda Ironview at 19th. They have Kevin scoring, Casey first, then Kevin scoring. They also have Julie Rappaport scoring, and then Handstand Hannah scored.
I thought she was going to do good on this.
Yes, she did great on him. So they're 19th in North America. Koda HQ is actually ahead of Team Koda, is at 29th right now. They scored with the Klug, who finished. Dalen at 514, McKenzie 557, Sondag 504.
That's pretty awesome.
Now, Team Koda's in 45th in North America. Colby scored. I scored. You're welcome. Randall got 443, and Taylor got 547. Now, where, you might ask, was Toby on that one? Where is Tuckhood 08? Where is Chelsea, the workhorse, Dylan?
I don't know.
I'll tell you where. They're below me.
Yeah.
That's where.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. Gonna have to step it up next week, team. All right. 60th place, Koda Norman. Parker scores. Jimmy scores. No surprises there. Let me tell you about 2 surprises.
2 surprises coming up.
2 big scores that came out of nowhere here and just shocked the world. But now they've set that bar so high, we're expecting it all 3 weeks. Daniel Ferreira scored. He got 565 reps.
Almost finished.
Crushing it. Also, Claire Bays comes in with a 407 score.
Wow.
To get the leaderboard. I mean, Norma's going to have to take her out to dinner now.
Yep. That's one of the things that we do. If you make it to
score.
the next level, we take you out to lunch or dinner, maybe breakfast, brunch.
Brunch, we like brunches.
Taco, 1.
Breakfast tacos. Okay, Koda Tulsa, 101st place right now. They have the 2 Ginger Boys scoring,
yes.
Justice and Brian, big time in right there. They also have Olivia Myers scoring. They have Sarah, I think it's Towns scoring.
Towns, yes, Sarah Towns.
That's right. You know what surprises me about that one?
I don't see Tommy's name.
Not a Sullivan on the list.
I don't see a Sullivan. I thought Katie was going to score for us this week.
You would think out of all the Sullivans, we would have one of them scoring.
Yeah, it would have been Katie.
What's the problem there?
I don't know.
Maybe they went out to dinner before, got some bad food.
So. Maybe so.
Maybe sick or something. Okay.
That happens.
All right. We talked about our Deer Creek issue, and I don't think this was a great workout for Deer Creek. They're still in 413th place, which is the top 30%. So we only need to make a 5% jump in the next 2 weeks to have them in also.
Well, that's good.
I'm excited about that. Isaac scored. No big deal. Trey scored.
Trey. As much as I hate to say that.
Big time. Also, Steph and Lauren both scored. They have the most consistent scores out of any team. Every score is between 382 and 392. Wow. 10 reps separates all four athletes.
Next week they'll have to all go head to head and see what happens.
Yes, that's fun.
Go live maybe.
So that's when you take. So these team scores are based on the top 2 guys and top 2 girls scores on the team.
Native in there?
I didn't say native.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we didn't talk about how good Natalie Polgini did.
Yes, where is native at? I guess I didn't do a good job of my information right there. Let's see if I can pull that out. We can't not let that happen.
So while Bryce is working on that, I have a fun little scoreboard that I worked on. Is this very highly contested 35 to 39 RX males that we have at our AHQ gym. So a little bit of surprise that Josh Wolverton is sitting in third of these 5 guys.
No
that
one's
I'm looking at.
surprised.
Very surprised. Nacho, are you surprised? Trey, are you surprised? He game time player. So Klugel, he's leading this 5 that we have here. He's in 48th place in the 35 to 39. No big deal, but Mike Klugel beat an ex-Games athlete, Graham Holmberg, on the first workout. So that's pretty fun. Graham Holmberg is the last person to win the Games, not named Fraser or Froning. Froning? Richard, yes. So that's pretty fun. Bryce was in second place of this group. Josh, Cam, and maybe the biggest surprise of all is the big fella is in the top 5,100 in that division.
You can't say.
I thought he would maybe be in the top 10,000, but being in the top 5,100 is pretty good. It's a pretty good surprise. This is a very fun division for our little gym, and maybe the last week we might have to make them all go live and do the final workout together. That might be fun.
So I found out Native right now is 201 in the world, but I'm trying to pull up their North America score right now. I know they're up there high. I wanted to say on the second page. Pretty close. 201.
Norman right there.
We're looking for Native though. Maybe right on page 3. They had some big scores in there. A couple ones surprised.
Was right there.
3.
There it is. I see him.
You see him? Okay.
116.
Okay, so that puts him at 116th. Okay, so they're right there. Good. And that has Rich Glenn scoring.
Good job. The real Rich Glenn?
The real one.
Yeah, the real. Okay, good.
Staterman
good.
scoring.
The real Staterman.
Obviously, Natalie with finishing it. And then Sydney Renault finishing.
That's fun.
Or not finishing, getting 461, but scoring for the team. So that was big time right there. So that's really cool how they have that set up with 2 guys, 2 girls. You know, one of the things Jared and I have always talked about is how easy it would be with a system like this for them to put the top 10 guys and 10 girls scores for like an affiliate team, so you could really see how strong the affiliate was in general. And I'm really mentioning this as a dig at Ironview right now. So worldwide, if you take the top 10 guys and the top 10 girls scores, Ironview is the 50th fittest gym in the world.
That's pretty fun.
50th fittest. Koda, HQ, 14th. 14th. Oh,
in the world.
Oh, man, that is fun. That's fun. So I wish they would use those to make all of our rankings.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think
Yes,
that's
it
really
would.
the only thing that matters.
Okay, so let's talk about now individuals who are going to make it on to that next quarterfinals stage. So it takes the top 10% of the RX men who competed in North America and the top 10% of RX women who competed in North America.
Another surprise here.
Now there are 115,000 men and 93,000 women. So that means for the men to be over the top 10% or be in the top 10%, you have to get a 386 or above score. We have 37 men in the Koda universe right now, all gyms included, that are making it on. 37 right now. That is fantastic. And I would like to throw out Massimo, 1 rep away.
38th.
Yeah, he's 385,
and
1 rep.
37th is Colin, which is a national champion gymnast.
No big deal.
Yeah, so this is his first open. He couldn't decide if he wanted to do RX or scaled, so we talked to him and just do RX to push yourself, and he's in 37th place.
Here's some too that surprised you in that group. Rob Ford, no shirt Smiley is in it. Tommy's coming in for that one.
The big surprise.
The biggest surprise. Our own key grip, Nacho.
Nacho,
top 10%
Gil,
right. Can you
the
imagine
fourth.
that? Okay.
I can't imagine it.
I mean, this is surprising. He's not going to be ready to do that much volume in one weekend. Women, okay, you have to be in the top 9,300 to make it on, and that means you have to be over a 379 score. To be over a 379 score, we have currently right now 35 females making it on to the next level.
Wow.
35. It's fantastic. Some ones will surprise you. Not in the age group qualifier here.
Fun.
This is just an individual. Jaree.
And she wanted to do this. She wanted to do the workout twice, and I wouldn't let her. I said, "You're going to be making it. You're fine.
Huge.
Yeah,
Laura,
yeah.
here from here at Deer Creek, making it on. I mean, we have some awesome names in there that are moving on in the top 10% individual.
Uh-oh, there's another Velasco in there.
Two Velascos,
Two Velascos.
moving it on.
That's pretty fun. Good job, Janelle.
That's going to be a nervous household, I'll tell you that.
We're going to get nervous.
Tell you that. Okay. So, I mean, this is really exciting with how many athletes are looking at moving forward, how strong the showing has been so far, and how good we did on that first workout. Even though, to be honest, those wall walks came out of nowhere.
We were not I saw that, and I was not expecting that whatsoever. Bryce programs those all the time, but this standard made it completely different than we've ever do in regular class, for sure.
It was.
So we were not prepared for that. And I have no clue what they're going to have this week.
No clue.
I would have never picked in a million years wall walk.
Here's my guess, though, right now. Come back here if it's right. 30, 27, 24, 21, 15, 9, 6, 3, or 12, 9, 6, 3 of wall ball shots, toes to bar. That's what I'm going for. I think that's the one.
I think it might have a dumbbell in there.
Jared, since people have made it this far in the podcast, I want to throw a little teaser out. Some things that maybe other people don't know for our loyal fans, our loyal listeners.
What is that, Bryce?
So we've been doing this Koda Adventure thing. It's really fun. You know, we have January, February, March is out already. You know, and they've been getting great reviews online. People have been posting all this stuff.
Yes.
It seems like it's really awesome. Next month is going to be a ruck.
Oh, ruck.
And we're going to have like a 5 to 10 mile kind of, you know, just like beginner option. Maybe a half marathon for those of you guys who are kind of crazy. A full marathon ruck for the real crazies.
Yes.
Okay, wearing like a 20-pound vest or 20-pound bag or however you want to do it. We will make this. There's a couple that are downtown that are really good. The Memorial Ruck is actually happening next month. So if you want to sign up for that one, you can actually do an official ruck. And then we also have a lot of just like some tracks people can go on, not officially. You don't have to sign up for anything. You could just like do it with your buddies. Remember, you got to do it with 2 people outside of your household, and you have to post on social media a picture or video of you doing it, hashtagging your gym, or I guess tagging your gym, and hashtagging Koda Adventure.
This is a fun one because all you have to do is just put a vest on, put a backpack on, go out your door, get your buddies, and you're gone.
Walk around, enjoy your day.
We're also looking for a sponsor for the next week's show.
We have a sponsor for the next week's show,
but
but the one after that, though.
Yes, we need one after that. That is fun. Is it Noble? I didn't see the email that Noble was going to sponsor.
They've just been calling us, but I haven't called them back. This is actually 10,000 Gear has our next one.
Awesome.
We'll talk more about that next week, guys.
That sounds great.
Thanks for tuning in.